Hello, welcome to the third video on my channel. This video will be a tutorial on the 5x5 Rubik's Cube. On the last two videos were on the 3x3 and the 4x4, and now I'll be doing the 5x5. So like the last video, I'm gonna explain I'm gonna explain the notation. So like again, well, for the 5x5. Only the outer layers are going to be the normal, just L, U, R, F's, these, but then the wide moves are going to be these two layers. So, I'll sort of explain on the way, but, they're, unlike the 4x4, on 4x4 there's two parities, this one only has one, which occurs during edge pairing, which I'll explain once we get into that part. So I'm just gonna start scrambling this. See if I can manage to get a good scramble out of this. Alright, so I guess I managed to scramble it enough. So really, like the 4x4, you have to take out the centers, the edges, and then the 3x3, and then just solve like a 3x3. So first we need to start getting the first two centers, like the other one, like the 4x4, and then we're gonna start trying to get bars, or trying to get like because there's a 3x3 in here. So well, right here you can see that I have these two inner edge and corner pieces right here, and then I can just move this up and I get a 2x2 little bit right there. You just have to like experiment and see what you can do to get these, like the 3x3 bars like that, and then you can move that down. And then right here, if you have a 2x3 little block right here and just a piece in the corner, you can try to get a 2 inner edge and corner piece. And depending on how well, this is mostly intuitive, you'll start getting faster at doing this by as time goes on. But right here, this is on the top. This right here, this has to go right there, and then they have to go down. So this on the top and this on the bottom. Really, I can just move this up, turn it, so now it's on the top, and now this is on the top, so I can just pair them up like that and move them down. And then we do the same for the yellow center, but you have to be careful with a lot more things, otherwise you might end up ruining the white center. So we're just going to start getting bars like that, and we're going to start putting them down. We're going to start putting them up. So yeah, this is more of intuitive. I'm not, again, like the 4x4, I'm not the best at 5x5. I've only really good at the 3x3. So yeah, that's basically what I'm mostly good at. So right here, it's the same case right here, where this is on the top and this on the bottom. We move this. If this was right here, then you can just move this up and they'd line up, and you can just move them like that. But this is on the top, so you're gonna have to move it up, turn it so it goes up into the top, do a U, and then insert it. So after you finish the first two centers, the white and the yellow one, well, really it doesn't matter which one you do. If you're color neutral, you can do basically any one you want. But really, I'm not really color neutral, so I just stick with the white and yellow. So with that out of the way, now let's start getting into the last four centers. So I'm just gonna start with blue because that seems like the most built so far. So I'm just gonna move this over here and bring it down. I'm gonna look. I have a 2x3 block right here, and a small little inner corner piece. So I'm just gonna try to make another little bar like this. And now it's on the left side, which is basically the exact same thing. You'd move it up, turn it, and keep it in the same layer, the side, and then just insert like the same that you would do before. And again, like the color scheme is the same: blue, orange, green, red. It's always gonna be like that, unless you have a weird cube. Well, now let's start working. Let's do the orange one. So right here, I'm just gonna finish this little bar right here, so I can move this up, bring it back down, and then insert it. And now this is empty. Oh, really? Right here. See, if this am I able to show that? Yeah, this right here is what I was talking about earlier with the bars on the bottom and little inner corner pieces right here. You can just insert it instead of having to go through that whole other process. Now let's go into the green. Really, solving one of them solves both of them, so it doesn't matter which one you try to solve. And then once it gets to, when you get something like this, when just two little like corner pieces are messed up, you could try to, there's algorithms to fix like a lot of these cases. I know the algorithm for this one. But let's say you didn't already know what the algorithm was. I'm just gonna say, like, there's two right here. You can try to move this one out and insert the green one. Oh well, if there's two inner corner pieces flipped, have them like this. Take this out, do a U2 or U2 prime, doesn't matter which one, and put it back in, turn, and then insert like that. If you get a case like this where two of the edges are flipped, then you could try to bring the edge down here. So if we bring this up, it'll pair up. You can bring this down and then do how you would do it normally, and that's how you solve that case. So now that we finished making all the centers, making sure it's in the right color, the colors are right, we can now start on edge pairing, which it's a similar way that you do on the 4x4. The flipping algorithm also exists. Well, it's also used here. So really, we can just I'm just gonna start with the white edges, because that's probably that's what I normally like to do. So really, now I'm just gonna do the white and orange edge pair pieces. So I have these two oranges, which are in the same layer, which is not what I want. So I'm gonna do the flipping algorithm and move this down. I'm gonna look for the other orange piece right here. So right there, now I can just move them all up. It doesn't matter how much you move these center layers, because once you can take that piece out and then fix the centers back to where they were, and then you can insert the edge piece where it belongs. Right here, we already have two of them done. So I'm just gonna bring that in, move it over to pair it up, take it out, and then slice back to make sure that I fix all the pieces. Now let's go with the blue. You see right here, if these two go together, but they're flipped, you could either leave it like that. It really depends on how it ends up, or you can go to one of these. It doesn't matter which one. You can do the flipping algorithm, and it flips them, so it goes to where it needs to. So let's make sure the blue's in the bottom. Yeah, so you can move these over, take it out, and then fix them back. Now the green one's all that's left, so you can move that down and bring that in. So now we can move this over, these over, and then take it out. And then now we can bring these edges down, and now we have the white edge pieces. So now we just need to do the rest of them. It's like the same as the 4x4. You put 4 up on the top, and then you do something else for the centers. So right here, let's look. Yeah, right here, this is the parity I'm talking about. If you're pairing edges and you get this on the 5x5, this is the parity. It's the same algorithm as the 4x4. It's almost the same algorithm as the 4x4, where it's pretty similar to this algorithm, the OLO parity. So yeah, either you can move. No, actually, yeah. Oh no, yeah. You can do that. So if you have them like this, either you can separate them, and you can flip either these or this one. I'm just gonna flip this one, and then slice back, and that fixes them. Or you can do the parity algorithm for it. There is a time where you have to do the parity algorithm. So how it goes is the same. So it's R wide, U2, face on the bottom, R wide, U2, R wide, U2, and then this you have to bring down all 3 of these layers. So you have to bring these down, U2, L wide, U2, R wide prime, U2, R prime, R wide, U2, R wide prime, U2, R wide prime, and that solves this edge. So that's how the parity algorithm is. It's the exact same as the 4x4 OLO parity, except when you when you bring the R side down for the first time, you don't bring just these 2 layers. You have to bring the very middle slice as well. So that's parity on the 5x5. That's the only parity on here. And so now we just need to start again solving these edges. These can be done very easily. They don't take up, well, they're not as hard to do. There's just more edges that need to be paired. Instead of like the 4x4, instead of just 2, and now it's just 3 layers. So now you just begin pairing up all these edges. So I'm just going to be doing that. Now I take it out and insert and put in a blank one. And try to insert ones that can help you with the other ones. So now that we finished the 4 layers, we can just fix these back up. Now on to the last 4 edges. So right here we need to it's the same as going like this in the flipping algorithm, to flip like 2 of them. So right here, let's say let's use this as an example. These 2 and this. Move this over. Do the swapping algorithm. So move them to the bottom. And then swap. We'll move the... Yeah, do a U wide. So so this one right here goes over to here, right above the piece we need to flip. Do the flipping algorithm so it's on the top, and then slice back. And here it gave us parity, which we can solve with the parity algorithm. So that solves that one. Now there's the red and yellow edge piece. Two of them are already set. One isn't. These are in different rows. We need to change that. So let's do the flipping algorithm to move this from the bottom to the top. Do a slice move to move the pieces right here over here. Do the flipping algorithm and then slice back to fix all the centers. And then there's your paired there's your edge piece done. Now we're on to the last two. So let's just move these to where they need to go, right next to each other. And right here, it looks like I might get parity. I'm not sure though. But right here, there's nothing. Well, we're trying to do these ones. It doesn't matter which one it is because they're both set up. I'm just gonna do the yellow and orange edge pair piece. So I'm gonna slice over to move the one that was right here over here, right above this piece. Do the flipping algorithm to move it down, and then slice back. So yeah, there's a chance you can get like parity. You can get multiple parities. Right here it's the last piece that we need to fix. So I'm just gonna do the algorithm to solve that. So now we're done with all that, and it's just a 3x3. There's no other parity or anything to make your life harder trying to solve this. It's just the same as a 3x3. And when you're doing M moves, like when you're doing these moves, yeah, like on the 4x4, it's just these, all of the center ones, not these two layers. That's the same for every cube. So right here it's these three instead of these. And the bigger the cube, the harder those tend to be. And yeah, that's the beginner's method of solving a 5x5 Rubik's Cube. I'm not sure if I should include a example solve because I'm not exactly a fast solver. Alright, so I decided to make an example solve video anyway, so just to get you just to let you see how a beginner sort of beginner method solve is on the 5x5, so I'm just gonna start doing that. But yeah, that was the tutorial, the beginner method tutorial for the 5x5 Rubik's Cube. I will be making more tutorials like a square one, Megaminx, a lot of other ones, a 2x2. I don't have a 6x6 or 7x7 yet. I will be getting those soon, and once I do, I will make a tutorial once I get decent at it. So yeah, that was the 5x5 beginner method tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next video.